Hello everybody and welcome to the HTML masterclass. In this video we are going to learn about the HTML and we are going to create a simple web page. So if you visit any website, or if you want to learn website coding, or if you want to know how the websites work and what the website is, so any website is simply just a HTML, CSS and JavaScript files combination. And what are these? So the HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and this is the particular markup language, or this is the particular tool that give the structure to a particular web page. Okay, so anything you see on the browser, any content, any images, anything, that one is embedded or created by the HTML. Then next comes the CSS. CSS stands for cascading style sheet, and this particular content is used to create the styles to the HTML created content. So like if you wanna write something on the browser, you have to use HTML. By using the tags in the HTML, you will write anything in the browser. But if you want to give the color and other style stuff to that particular content, you have to use CSS. Then there is JavaScript, which adds the functionalities to that particular HTML elements. So if you want to do something on a button click, or if you want to do something on a page load, you have to refer to the JavaScript for that. So any website is the combination of these three tools, mostly HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And by using these tools, you can create front-end part of your website. Okay, so in this video we are going to start how HTML work, and we will learn about the HTML only. Okay, so if you want to create any website, or if you want to code any HTML web page, so first you have to you have to create a file with any name, but importantly .html extension. Here I created a file NIC schemes, and I have given it the extension of .html, so this is required. You can also pass .htm instead of .html, but it is good convention to use .html. As you know, the extension tells the application or system about how to handle this particular file. So this is the instruction for your computer. It is necessary you have to pass the .html extension in your file name, and then you have to open it inside a code editor or text editor. So here, to write the content in the file, I have opened it inside the Visual Studio Code. You can also use Notepad or Sublime or any other code editor or text editor, but I am going to use Visual Studio Code. Okay, so first, if you created a file, there in that particular file there should be the basic fundamental structure of the HTML content. Okay, so like if you are going to construct a building, you have to first create the basement. So there is the HTML, and inside that HTML there is some basement which is known as boilerplate structure or boilerplate code for the complete web page. So first, if you want to create any website, first you have to create HTML structure, and here in the HTML structure the few things is used which is known as tags. So if you are going to write HTML code, it is important to know about the tag. And let me first create a simple HTML structure, and then we will discuss about what is the tag, how it is work, and what kind of tag available in the HTML for different purposes and different works. Okay, so the very first tag is doctype tag, doctype HTML tag, which tells the browser about the document type of the content or document type of the file. or HTML version, especially if you wanna emphasize this particular line. So it tells the browser about the HTML version you are going to use in for the writing HTML code. Okay, so what is the tag? The first question is, what is the tag? A tag is anything that is enclosed in the inside the opening angle bracket and the closing angle bracket. Anything written in this particular section, anything written between opening and closing angle brackets is known as the tag. So here if I write like P, or if I write like para, so this para is written inside the opening angle bracket and the closing angle bracket, and because of that this para will be known as the tag. Okay, so here but we are not going to start with the P tag or with the param or para. Actually we have to first declare the document type in the HTML file, and it is the good convention for you to write the HTML structure code, and after that you can write anything. Okay, so the first thing is doc type tag, and you have to write it like this: doc type HTML, doc type HTML, and you have to pass an exclamation in the doc type. So this is the doc type tag, and this is very first tag of the HTML structure, and it tells the version of the HTML code you are going to use. Especially why the tag is required. Tag, you know that any website you want to open, you open the browser, and inside that browser you visit a particular URL to see that particular website. So any tag you are going to write in the HTML code, it is just instructing the browser that how should it look on the page. Okay, so if you are passing the doc type, I am saying that it tells the browser about the version of the HTML. Okay, so it tells, but whom? It tells the browser about the version of the HTML. Okay, so the first tag is doc type HTML tag, and after that we have another tag which is HTML. Okay, so now here notice, when I close the doc type HTML tag, nothing happens, but when I close the HTML tag, it automatically creates one more HTML tag with this /. These kind of tags is known as opening HTML tag and closing HTML tag, or opening tag and closing tag. Here in the HTML there's two types of tag, one self-closing and another non-self-closing. So the doc type HTML tag is self-closing tag because I don't have to close it with the / like this. Okay, but the HTML tag is non-self-closing tag because I have to close it with the / and the tag name. So if anyone telling you that you should close this particular tag, that means you have to write the same tag with the / at the end. Okay, now if this is the opening tag and closing tag, that means anything will go inside this particular tag will be known as the children of this particular HTML tag. So this particular HTML tag is the main parent tag of all the another content of the HTML. Okay, so anything you wanna you are going to write, anything you wanna show on your web page, it all will be rendered, it all will be written inside this particular HTML tag. And why this is important? It tells your browser that I am the container, and anything written inside me will be used for the functionalities or showing the content on the web page. Okay. Excuse me. Now move on to the another tag. After that, inside that HTML opening and closing, I have to write another tag which is head tag. Okay, so this is head tag. It's also opening and closing with the /. So you can also pass anything inside here, but the convention is the head tag is used for the functionalities portion only. Anything you want to write on your web page should be go on the head tag if that content belongs to the functionalities or feature of your website. If you want to render anything on the page, then that will not be going to the head tag, that should be written inside the body tag, and body tag will be inside the HTML but outside the head tag. Okay, so this is the basic HTML boilerplate structure, or this is the basic HTML boilerplate code for your website. If I save this and if I open this file in the browser and reload the browser, nothing happens. The page is simply blank as it was before. Why? What happened? So what happened with all these contents? Actually, in the HTML, nothing will be shown on the browser client side or browser side if the particular content is tagged. That means if I want to write anything, like if I want to write NICS and if I want it to be shown on the browser, so it should be inside tag, but it shouldn't be itself a tag. So I have written body is a tag, it cannot be shown on the browser. I have written head, HTML and doc type, all these contents are tags. So your browser is smart enough to filter out that if particular content is tagged, it is not for the user and it will not show you on the page. So if I want it to be shown, like if I want to write body on that particular on this particular area or on this page of my browser, so I have to write body without tag. Okay, now if I save it and if I reload my page, you can notice here body is present. Okay, that means anything can be written inside the body that is going to be shown on the page or that is for the user, but that should not be a tag. Okay, this is all for this video. In the next video we are going to discuss about more structure and about more tag of HTML. Also we will discuss inspect feature of any particular browser. By that way you can inspect your code, you can find the bug on your page, or you can take help or modify your content on a particular client side system. Okay, thank you for the watching. See you in the next video.